Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Amit Rana AIO. Please see full video to get full information.
Hello everyone. Here we are asked to write what is meant by quantization of charges, right? So that is a question we need to answer here. So actually the word quantized means any quantity that is an integral multiple of a minimum value, and it cannot have any value which is equal to decimal multiples, right? So in nature, electric charge of a system is always a multiple of the least amount of charge, that is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. It means that the quantity can take only discrete values, right? So here it is given by Q equal to Ne plus or minus Ne, right? So N is an integer, and if it is an electron, it will go with a negative value, and if it is a proton, it will go with a positive value, right? So I hope I have clearly answered this question, and thank you so much. Hello everyone. In this question, you are asked to write Coulomb's law in vector form, right? So as you know, Coulomb's law, it talks about electrostatic force of attraction between point charges, right? Between 2 point charges. So I am going to write force vector 21 equal to K into Q1 Q2 upon R12 square, right? R12 capital. Here what is force vector 21? That is force exerted on charge Q2 by Q1, right? And what is K? K is a constant here, right? And its value is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. R12 is the distance between the charges, that is from Q1 to Q2. So R12 cap is a unit vector from Q1 to Q2. Similarly, we can also write it as F12, right? So here K into Q1, Q2 upon R12. I think here you have to write square, right? So I'll change that. Here it comes R21 square, right? Into R21 cap, right? So here, what is this F12? That is force exerted on charge 1 by 2, right? And this R21 is the distance between the charges from Q2 to Q1. And this is the unit vector from Q2 to Q1, right? So this is how we write Coulomb's law in vector form, right? I hope I made this question clear to you. Thank you so much. Hello everyone. In this question, we are asked to write the differences between Coulomb's force and gravitational force. So let us discuss one after the other. First, we'll have a start with Coulomb's force. So Coulomb's force is an electrostatic force that exists between 2 point charges. The charges may be either positive or negative, and it is given by the expression F is equal to K into Q1 Q2 upon R square. Okay, so this K is a constant, Q1 Q2 are the charges, and R is the distance between the two charges, right? And here the nature of force may be attractive or repulsive. Okay, so between positive Q and positive Q, repulsive force, and between positive and a negative Q, you will have attractive force. And the value of K is found to be 9 into 10 power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. And when I compare it with the value of G, this K is going to be very greater, right? And the force, electrostatic force, depends on the nature of medium in which the charges are placed. That means for a same charge, electrostatic force will be different when they are placed in different medium, right? That's the meaning. Now we'll go ahead with the gravitational force. As you know, the expression F is given by G into M1 M2 upon R square, right? So G is a gravitational constant. There we are using K, and M1 M2 by R square. R is the distance between the two objects, right? And where M1 and M2 are the masses of the objects. And here, very important one, the force that could exist between two objects is only attractive. And G has got a value 6.67 into 10 power minus 11. So as I said, when I compare it with K, G is found to be very, very, very lesser, right? And last point, this gravitational force is independent of the nature of the medium. It does not depend on the nature of the medium where the objects are placed, right? So these are all the differences between Coulomb's force and gravitational force. I hope I have explained it clearly to you, and thank you so much. Hello everyone. In this question, you are asked to explain superposition principle, right? So superposition principle, it discusses about the interaction of multiple charges, right? So in a system, if you consider n number of charges, then the interaction of all the charges is given or it's explained with the help of superposition principle. So let us say the total force acting on a given charge will be equal to the vector sum of forces exerted on it by all the other charges. So now let us consider a system of n charges. So here force acting on charge 1 will be equal to force 1 2 vector plus force 1 3 vector plus force F 1 4 vector up to force 1 n vector, right? That means this force 1 2 is nothing but force acting on charge 1, and the force is exerted by second charge. Here force on first charge by third charge. So like that it goes on. So this is all about superposition principle, right? So once again, let us say the total force acting on a given charge is equal to the vector sum of the forces exerted on it by all the other charges. So this is all about superposition principle. I hope I have made this clear to you, and thank you so much. Everyone, in this question, we are supposed to define electric field. So this electric field was first introduced by the very famous scientist Michael Faraday, right? And let us now define electric field. So electric field at a point P due to the point charge, which is at a distance r, is given by the force experienced by a test charge. Here test charge is nothing but a unit positive charge, right? And this charge I'm going to place it at that point. So the force experienced by this unit positive charge at that point is called as the electric field. So how I'm going to express in the form of expression that is given by F upon Q naught, right? So F, it's an electric force, that is electrostatic force. I'm going to fetch the expression from Coulomb's law. It says that K into Q1 Q naught upon R square. So Q1 is the charge, right? Q naught is the test charge, right, upon R square. So in the denominator and numerator, I have Q naught, so that will get cancelled. So this can be rewritten as K into Q upon R square into R cap. Further, I'm going to write it as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So K, it's a constant. It has got a value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q upon R square into R cap. So this is the expression for finding out the electric field at a point P due to a point charge. And SI unit of electric field is given by Newton per Coulomb, right? I hope I made this question clear to you. Thank you so much.
For more videos, like, comments and share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my channel.